with Nate over at MLG and Game Battles, and he started up his own thing called Ready Up servers. These are dedicated servers that actually have a UI that he built that will run console games on dedicated servers. So he was able to do dedicated servers were so huge in the PC for so long. And he was able to bring some technology over to the console side and something we've never seen before. It's an amazing technology, so you got to give him props.
Hopefully dedicated servers become the standard on console because I feel like it's justified.
There's a lot of people on it. I think I like to see games like Gears of War now starting to use it. You've got Battlefield that's going to be incorporating. It's the million-dollar question is, when are we going to see Call of Duty start porting that over?
I don't think it's a question of if. I think it's a question of when.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with that. Absolutely.
I don't think... I'd say comfortably at this point it is an inevitability. NASA being super aggressive right off the break here. And Sam's team, it looks like their philosophy is just aggression, 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 go for the triple cap the whole time. And some people think that's a stupid idea because it splits the spawns, but firing range is such a small map that you can control spawns with a triple cap very easily.
You always want to go for the 3 cap, particularly on firing range because of that, for that very same reason that you already have. You know where people are going to pop out because the map is so small, and you've got to play aggressive. I do understand the philosophy of like, all right, let's grab 2 points, try to contain him at
NASA with a nice nade.
Yeah, Semtex landing it right on A. He's got those pro nades down for days right now as he's moving in, checking out the A side, going to do a little pre-fire, doesn't see anybody, and rocking the MP5. And right now I want to give props to all the guys because they're just completely switching it up with the guns here as it looks like they're capping C. He went in, not focusing on the middle, and BlackIce comes in and picks him up. We jump on board with Crads as he gets taken out by Nova, and now Striker going to lay it down on Nova with a nice headshot, moving around the map. And I'm loving the gun variety here as he's trying to throw down shots. It takes out JERiiCHOII with a nice headshot in Syndicate. Always picking up one with his nade, but also picking up BlackIce yet again with his grenade. So I'm sure apologies and condolences are being sent to BlackIce for all of this team kill.
Well, you know, like in close quarters, the Mac 11 isn't a bad gun. Where it suffers is it doesn't have a lot of range. So anything beyond like 20 or 30 feet, you're gonna be having a rough time of it going up against something like an AUG. But if you're close quarters, if you're within 10 feet, Mac 11, especially with extended mags, you got that full 30-round clip. You know.
Yeah, it's a healthy clip.
It's not a bad gun. And firing range is a pretty small map. So if there is a map that you can get away with using a Mac 11, I'd say this is one of them.
The funny thing about all this is Call of Duty has an extreme variety of weapons once you get out of this like top tier weapons that dominate the game. Because once you get rid of those, you really do open up the book for multiple SMGs being used, multiple assault rifles. It's just Call of Duty has been notorious for having these 2 or 3 guns that end up ruling the kingdom of weapons. And if you knock those out, it does open the door for a lot of interesting weapon switches.
Well, I think it's a security thing. So if you're a pro player, chances are you're going to be looking at what other pro players are. Oh, NasaOne with the triple kill feed.
He's a
right
beast,
there,
dude.
Going off with the MP5K.
Let's pull up stats.
Pulling up absolutely clutch here.
Yeah, he's 8-2. Striker, our pro player, is 10-4, and then we got Sam 7-2, and Crads is the only one that's kind of slacking right now in the negative for the team, and they're continuing to dominate right now as they've got him. You look at the mini map in your top left; these guys are spread out. They're covering all of their angles. They need to be where they need to be, and they set up. I mean, as you can see, a little bit of lag.
A little bit of lag here. Hopefully it evens out, and it looks like it did.
It did, yeah. We'll have that from time to time, and that's all good.
So anyways, I think what happens a lot of the times is pro players want to feel secure in their choices. Sam picking up a nice 3-piece right there. Almost gets the 4-piece. So they see everybody else using the AUG, and I feel like a lot of them are they just don't feel comfortable using a gun like the AK. Even though the AK is technically, I think, more powerful than the FAMAS at range.
Yeah, you love using it.
I do, yeah.
All the time in our competitive matches.
Well, the AK has really predictable recoil. It just goes straight up.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is pull down on your right analog stick a little bit as you're shooting. Looks like Syndicate and his team are just going to go ahead and give up on this one.
Yeah.
A little unfortunate. Come on, guys. Play it out. You got 3 minutes left. People are watching.
Quit being douchebags and finish the game, but that's okay. I guess it is hard to keep a positive morale when you're getting beat
you know
by
what?
like 200 points.
I guess that says something about Sam's team, that he beats the fuck out of you so bad that you just you end up doing 360s and shooting your guy.
And that was ballsy to be called the Syndicate Rape Train because I don't believe they did any raping in this map.
Well, I mean, technically there was raping going on. It's just they weren't on the end of it that they anticipated.
Yeah, so maybe the name was appropriate, just received more than sending it. Yes.
Yeah. Well, they were at the front of the rape
train. They were at the front of the rape train,
not on the back.
That's right, that's right.
The back guys in the back, they have it easy.
Yeah.
They don't have anybody behind them.
On a roller coaster, do you like being in the front or back?
I'm going to say front. But I'll tell you one thing right now.
The back, I think, is scarier, though.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I disagree with you. I think the front is a lot scarier.
I mean, yes and no.
I am fucking terrified of roller coasters.
So am I, but I do them.
There's one at Six Flags in Los Angeles that I will not do. That's
Which one?
Superman, the one that shoots you straight up,
Yeah.
like fucking 200 feet in the air, and then you just fall right back down.
Not having
No
it.
fucking way. If you offered me $10,000 to do it, I would say no.
Yeah?
Absolutely not. No, it's so scary.
Are you serious? You would not do it for $10,000?
I'd probably do it for $10,000.
Yeah, just
but
man it
I
up.
would be fucking terrified the
It's not like
entire
people
time.
have died on it.
Have you been on Goliath?
No.
You've never been on Goliath?
No, I've never actually done any roller coasters out here. We had Cedar Point back in Ohio in Sandusky, and that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so ADD tangent on roller coasters. Apologize for that. But it looks like we've got Krads pulling out the python, missing all of his shots as Nova comes up to take him out with a Uzi, and BlackIce shanking Striker right there as it's 168-11.
You know what that is? I was noticing FearCrads plays on a high sensitivity. You can just tell just by watching him, like, yeah, right there. If you're trying to shoot a pistol with a high sensitivity, like 6 or 7 or 8, it's hard no matter who you are. There are a few people that are like prodigies at it, like DrDisrespect for whatever reason has like 100% accuracy on 10 sensitivity.
DrDisrespect is ridiculous, though.
But he's also just a freak of nature. But yeah, it looks like to give themselves a nice little challenge, Sam's team is switching to just pistols. And Jericho is continuously killing himself with nades. So.
Yeah, and you know what? Based on Jericho's skill set, I'm not sure if he's doing this on purpose or if he just keeps killing himself.
You never know with Jericho.
With bad grenades. You never know with
Yeah.
Jericho. We can jump on board with this poor sport and see what he is doing. Where is he
Syndicate
at?
is rocking the hip fire with the M60, an unorthodox technique. And, yep, Jericho just...
Jericho,
hey,
I unsubscribe from you right now, damn it.
This is our message to the rest of the teams. Play try hard for 6.5 minutes straight, both your games.
Yes,
That's
play your
what I want
match
to
out. It's for the children, you know?
For the children.
Yeah, and how are you going to kill yourself for the children? That doesn't even sound right.
Yeah.
However, right now we are breaking down some bullet spread with Pro Syndicate as Nassau comes in, takes the doo-doo all over him with a nice headshot, and props to Team Lads as they're going to advance on to the next match. They will be playing at 5 p.m. Eastern. Not sure who they're going to play, but we will find out who they're going to play as we're going to jump on board with Team C-Nanners versus Wing of Redemption's crew. And go ahead as we get the guys back in the room. We're going to plug in so we can talk to Eric and see what he has to say as he's going to be back in kind of hosting in between these matches for us.